this. All right, guys, so we are live everywhere.
You have cameras everywhere, Ted.
Okay, I'm not going to touch that because we have minors in the room. Welcome to Up Live and the TED Show and Brett Schulman and Jennylee and Leon and the whole great crowd with awesome hair, by the way. We'll see them in a minute. And their jackets, they all look good. Everybody's here today. So welcome, everyone. And I'm trying to look at all the different cameras. Thank you guys for coming on. I can see that. This is harder to see, right? So, you know, I've got to figure it out, Jennylee. All right, so welcome. So you were on the show, and everybody can pipe in. I don't want to be like a whole formal show. So welcome. Say something. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
By the way, K-Boss,
Jennylee.
who's also a great entertainment.
Hey, K-Boss.
She said hi, too. Hey, K-Boss.
I owe you a message back, K-Boss. We love you guys. I love all of you guys who are on Facebook Live. There's Kay. She always sends something good into the chat room. She's lovely.
She is
so
awesome.
So is Sweets. Everybody's so good. All right, so I met you because of our friend Brett from It's Brett TV. I can't even do his voice. The other day, they tried to kick me out like 4 times because Brett was talking so loud. And that's why I'm like, are you sure you're golden? Can we talk a little lower? But it doesn't matter now because nobody's here. So I want you guys to talk. So we are doing a simultaneous broadcast across the world, it feels like. We've got Facebook Live here, so that's why you guys are seeing a little bit of a different view of me, which I don't like that side of me. We're going to figure that out. I love that. That's awesome. So welcome. You told a little bit about your story, so introduce yourself to them. We want to know and say hi to everybody. Wave again.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to try to use sign language and talk at the same time.
Yes,
I
isn't
have
that amazing?
a deaf friend in the deaf community, too, and they like to see me sign, too, and I'm going to use my voice for the hearing people.
Very nice. So tell us about you.
Well, I am writing a book right now, and I'm almost finished. And I just have to add a little.
It's a children's book. What's the book about?
No, the book is about when I was 17 years old. I was kidnapped against my will. I was locked up in an apartment for 4 years with my black dog. It was a chow chow with a big black dog. So he kept me company. And so my story is about how it's started when I was young. I was born hearing. I became deaf when I was 6 months old, and my parents wanted me to go to a hearing school because they didn't want me to be different. They wanted me to be like a hearing person. So I grew up with no interpreter, no sign language interpreter, nothing. I was on my own. I felt lost because I didn't understand what was going on in school. And I got bullied a lot because I'm deaf. And they were almost every day I'd be crying on the couch because they were making fun of me. They were saying I'm deaf, I'm ugly. They would really bully me really bad. And my parents didn't do anything about it because those days there was no bullying policy. Long time ago, there was no Facebook. Long time ago, no phone. You were integrated into a regular school? So yeah.
This wasn't a school for deaf children. You were in the regular school.
I was in a regular school.
Okay, so the kids are ruthless. Kids are ruthless anyway. They're very hard. But then you were experiencing that in general, and your parents were trying to integrate you and keep you as part of the quote unquote regular community.
Right. They wanted me to be like a hearing person.
Sure.
No, but they didn't want to accept that I'm deaf. So I suffered a lot because it caused me to have depression because I didn't know where to fit in, and they were making fun of me every day. And my book is to explain how that lead to meet that kidnapper at age 17, because I had low self-esteem and I was depressed. And during my sophomore year in high school, I started to walk out. I just threw my books in the hallway. I'm walking home. I'm quitting. I'm not going back there again to that school. The only reason why, because I had dreamed of suing everybody in school. And it bothers me because I didn't want to kill anyone. So I decided I'm going to just walk out.
Because you had
And
been
did,
bullied so much.
You know?
You had been bullied, and I think that's what happens a lot.
Yeah, because my
in these
parents were
cases.
like, I hated them for making fun of me. So I walked out and I told my parents, I'm not going back to that school again. You have to place me to a deaf high school. So that's what they did. So they found me a deaf high school and my life had changed. And that's when I learned sign language. And I was happy. But the only problem was that the deaf high school made fun of me too. Because
Why?
I didn't know any sign language.
How did you learn to, if you lost your hearing at 6 months, how did you learn to speak? Because you're obviously, like, it's not, you can understand everything you're saying. How did you learn that if you lost your hearing at 6 months?
Oh, because I learned how to speak because when the kids made fun of my speech in school, and one day my parents showed us the old movies when I was little, and I saw myself how I talk, and I was horrified because I liked the way I talk with my tongue sticking out like a deaf person. It wasn't normal, so I practiced in front of the TV and the mirror to try to get my speech to be perfect like a hearing person when I was like 10 years old.
And you think you have it rough, people.
Yeah.
So I worked
Seriously.
hard to be like a hearing person
Amazing.
by watching TV, and I would copy, my favorite show was Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
So I would be watching her in her face and I hold the mirror. I held the mirror and I look at the TV and I look at myself. I try to copy how she moved her mouth. That's how I learned speech by myself.
How do you have that determination? Were your parents, like, obviously they wanted to integrate you, but where do you get that internal thing from? Because a lot of people would have given up. They would have just retreated. So what is it in you? Did you have friends that supported you? It sounds like you didn't. So where did it come from? Where did that power come from?
I always had that inner drive in me that I want to not to give up. My dad always say I'm always a fire for some reason. It's just something inside me that doesn't want to give up. I want to keep going and be successful in the future. So I never gave up on myself. So I went to the deaf high school and I learned sign language very quickly. But I did become popular toward the end of the year, senior year. And then, but I did have problems with depression because, I was obviously bullied since I was 5 years old for being different. So I went to the rehab, for depression. And that's when I met this guy and I already had low self-esteem.
This is the guy who eventually kidnapped you.
Yeah.
All right, so walk us through that. So you're finally making some progress.
Okay. Yeah.
You're in a better place than you were at the regular high school.
Right.
You're feeling a little better, but you have all this baggage and history.
Right.
So what happens? What is what caused you to go, all right, I'm going to go with this particular guy? But because you knew him.
Oh, because when I met this guy, he gave me a lot of attention and love. And he gave me like teddy bears, flowers from outside of the rehab. Somebody would just bring them in. He'd give it to me in front of everyone. So I enjoyed all the attention. But I had no idea he was dangerous until we got out and we dated. And then I realized, wait a minute, he's dangerous because he was dealing with, he was part of the mafia group.
He was?
Yeah, he was selling cocaine and he was really bad and he had a lot of guns.
So why focus on you? What was obviously you're beautiful, but did he just realize that he had somebody that he could, was that the whole plan, to imprison you? 4 years is a very long time. How does that happen? And what are you going through during that?
Well, I dated him for only like 1 month, and then I went to him and I said, really, it's not going to work out because I'd rather to break up. And then he said, okay, go get your thing in my room, like my makeup, my sweater, that's okay. So I went in the room, and then all of a sudden he took this machine gun and pointing at me. And he said, "You're
I'm
not going
ashamed.
anywhere, and you're staying with me." And I was really like horrified. He kept brainwashing me and said that if you leave me, I'm going to kill your family, your friends. I know where everyone lived. I know where your grandparents live because I invited him to my grandparents' house. He wanted to know where everyone lived. And I had no idea what he was planning. And then he would hear me and he'd talk on the phone to my parents. At that time, I couldn't hear on the phone. So he talked to my parents, say, "She's fine, she's with me." And then from there, but that day, he told me not to move. He told me to sit on the bed, and he had the gun on me for like all night. He would not let me move, not even go to the bathroom. He said, "You have to stay or I'll shoot you." And finally, about after 8 hours of sitting there still, not to move, he finally let me go to the bathroom, trucked me a little bit. And then I went to sleep. He had the gun on me while I was sleeping. So, and he told me not to move. And then he kind of, from there, he controlled me with the gun.
So, but and I have somebody that said something.
Yeah.
Ted, tell her how beautiful she is inside and out, and that we all love her. So we have lots of people because this story, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So you're there. You have the one night. You obviously don't think this is going to turn into a 4-year ordeal. So what happens next, and how does it become 4 years from one night?
Well, he always had, he controlled me with time.
He threatened you, right?
He controlled me with time.
Oh, that's right. Talk about the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's insane.
He made me wear a watch. I never wore a watch for more than 25 years. I won't wear one because of what happened, but he told me to wear this watch. He told me you're allowed to go to the store to get cigarettes, but you have to be back less than 15 minutes or I will kill your dog.
So he threatened
So I'm
something
like
that you loved.
running to the store to get the cigarette or whatever he needs. I'm running back and I'm trying to make it on time. And he had the gun. The dog was on the couch and he had the gun to my dog's head. He said, "Oh, you made it on time, so I won't shoot." And my life every day was like that. So every time he leaves the place, he would lock me up with 4 padlocks on the door. And he told me, "If you leave, I will kill your family no matter what." So I was worried about my family, my friend, and I didn't want anyone to die because of me.
Weren't people questioning you during that, Jennylee? Like, were they saying, "Okay, what's going on"? Did you have communication with your family and friends?
Yes, I did, but he controlled me. He said you could talk to them, but make sure you don't say anything what we're doing. I lived with him. My parents thought I was like a rebellion and I moved out of the house, but they didn't know what was going on. But because he talked on the phone most of the time for me to tell them that I'm okay, and he lied to them. I mean, it was just, I was really locked up most of the time in a room with a bed and a TV, and he allowed me to watch TV, to help the time go by. And I play Nintendo. The old Nintendo game, the Mario, Super Mario. I would play that every day. I had the top score.
Really? Tell them about the car accident.
Yeah, we want to know, give us the car accident. Tell us.
Well, one of the small part of the story in my book, one night he made me to drive, and he was, drinking. He was sitting right next to me, and my review mirror, and I saw bright lights. It was in Cape Cod, where the famous Kennedy family lived.
Right.
The Kennedy family.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Of course. I mean, everyone knows. But that night, it just happened so fast. I was driving my car, and then all of a sudden, it smashed right behind my car. Smashed. I went out of control, and it was like No, I could not, my brakes were broken and I could not even stop. And then he grabbed the steering wheel and we flipped over and hit the guardrail. And I remember getting out of the car and I got hurt, my knee, my neck. I was on that road and I saw the car with the black or something. And then pulled over, but that light went inside the car, but the front of the car was smashed. And the kidnapper had ran to the driver's side and punched him in the head. I remember seeing the back of the head, and I say, that looks familiar, but I didn't say anything. And those days, we didn't have any phones, where you could call 911 immediately. So it took a while, like maybe 20 minutes. Finally, the police arrived, and all of a sudden, the police took him away quickly, and I didn't know what's going on. Why they're not doing the breathing, the walk, they're drinking, drunk driving. And then they brought me in the hospital, the emergency room. Kidnapper was with me, and then I was behind the curtains, and I didn't know what's going on. And there were two men with suits saying, "I need to talk to you." And the kidnapper said, "She's dead, but you could talk to me." So, okay, so they went to talk to the kidnapper, and then he came back in with a check. He said, "Those two men, who was that guy that was JFK Jr. that had hit me?"
Wow.
That hit me, and they told me to be quiet, not to tell anyone, and they gave us a check.
Wow.
So it was just, I was shocked, and we never talked about it for more than 25 years.
Well, obviously he wasn't a conversationalist. Yeah. Like, this guy is the kidnapper, which I think is so interesting that that's how you refer to him. You also got shot. Right? So there's a happy ending to this because she's here with us. So tell them about the shot, because you still have, well, I'll let you.
Well, I still have scars, and I'm still in pain every day. How I got out of that situation is when I got shot. I mean,
who shot you?
Say that again.
Who shot you?
The kidnapper shot me. He just decided he wanted to kill me that night because I was complaining that I wanted to leave. I was crying. I don't want to be locked up anymore. And he just said, okay. And then it was a big king-size waterbed. So I was on the bed. And I tried to avoid him because he would carry the gun around with a 45. I mean, the bullet was about this big. I mean, I still remember the gun, and I still remember the smoke and everything. Sure. I mean, even it feels like yesterday, even though it happened a long time ago, back in 1990. So what happened was I was on the bed, and then he just had the gun behind him, and then all of a sudden he just went like that, brought him out. It was like a slow motion movie or something. He brought it, and I looked at it. He had it like this far. He was going to shoot me in the heart. And I remember looking at the barrel, and then he just went bang, and it missed, and went through here, and then it went back. I didn't even know I was hit. Wow. I did not even feel it until like maybe a minute later. I felt it. But I looked that way. I looked at the barrel of the gun. There was smoke coming out of it. Then I looked. I said, wait a minute. Did I get shot? And then I looked in the white wall. There was blood all over it. And I said, whose blood is that? And then I looked down, and it was like waterfall, red blood everywhere. And I was just shocked because it was just, it's like surreal.
Right. What was it that caused him to do that at that moment? Like, had you said, okay, I'm tired of this, I can't do it anymore, and then you were over it, or what was it that made him do it at that moment?
I think it's because this old lady who lived downstairs, I met her, she said, please take my advice. I hear him screaming at you all the time, just walk away. and just tell him that you don't want to get involved with him anymore or something.
And how did you finally get out?
How I finally got out.
I mean, I think that's it, because you're here and you're safe and you're well, or as well as you can be after that. How did you finally escape from that?
Well, how I got out, because I told him that I pretended cleaning his gun. Because I told him people heard the gunshot anyway. You're going to get in trouble anyway. So he took my word that I'm going to tell them that you clean your gun.
Wow.
So that's how I got out. I waited till we got in the emergency room, and I told the police. They were waiting by the door, and they were still questioning him at the police station, because it happened like 2:30 in the morning. And so it was just, I had to wait, because I knew he was the kind of person, if I had told the police right there in front of, I mean, there were so many people in the room helping me, firemen, there was ambulance, there was police, there were so many people. And if I told him right there, he'd shoot everybody. He had that machine gun too.
Wow.
And I didn't want anyone to get hurt until I got in the emergency room. And I told them. And they immediately called the police station to arrest him. But he only got 5 years for what he did.
And has he? Yeah. And obviously, how long ago was that? Because you're safe and you're in a good place, right?
Yeah.
So how long ago was that you got out?
It was
how many years
October
ago?
6, 1990.
Okay, so you've been out, so you have, but it's still with you. I mean, I don't know how anybody experiences that and doesn't have a story to tell. So what made you decide, all right, so this is my story, and then I want to write a book about it. I want to do a movie. I want to, because it couldn't have been easy to make that transition once you were out of that captivity mindset to then function in the real world.
Well, I could not even talk about it for 25 years. I just couldn't.
Because you have PTSD. You have.
Yeah, I just could not talk about it. He never told my family about what happened. No one knows. I never told them the story or anything, because I wasn't ready. And I was on prescription medicine that caused me to forget. I was on morphine for 25 years.
Wow.
Through the pain clinic, and my mind was numb. And then 3 years ago, I decided to go to rehab to get off the morphine, because I didn't want to keep taking that until I die. Sure. I'd rather get off. And that's when my mind started to become clear, and that's when I started to write the book. That makes sense.
Yes,
my mind
and
was
the book
clear.
is the book written, right? The book is written, and so, but you're going to make a movie. I say we. Sorry. Yeah. You're going to make a movie out of that.
I have a few movie directors already came up to me and they want to do my movie.
Well, how could they not? The story, I've got chills the whole time.
I have chills.
I know.
Tell them what Jackie Siegel has done for you.
Yes, I was fortunate to meet Jackie Siegel. She's a wonderful person.
She's amazing.
I mean,
Love her.
I met her through Brett. My friend Brett, and
it's Brett TV.
Yeah, Brett TV. And I met her because she had a book too about her daughter. Her daughter passed away, and she said, "Why don't you use my book editor?" And that's how I met Juliet Rocks. And so I said, "Sure." So I met her already. She said, give me the book and she will edit.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So I'm really excited,
So what part of, I don't know what time frame we have, so I could listen to Jennylee talk.
There's so much more information.
I know. I want everyone to know. So do you have...
Jenny, could you please tell them the title of the book?
Oh, yes, tell us.
Well, I want the title of my book to be 15 minutes. Because
talk about
watched. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, but tell them more about the 15 minutes, because they got the passing part about how you didn't want to wear a watch, but tell them more details about the 15 minutes.
Well, the 15 minutes, I always have to run and to the store, or go for a walk with my dog, or I go meet my friend outside, give a walk or something, or talk to my friend, have to be back at 15 minutes. Sometimes it would be 30 minutes, 1 hour, it depends. So I'm always have to look at my watch. or he'll do something by killing my dog, or he'll go to my family and my brother. I have one brother. He's 1 year younger than me, and I didn't want anyone to get killed because I loved them so much that I was careful. And I witnessed 2 murders, and
During your time of captivity.
4 years, yes. And I was on a motorcycle where he went over 140 miles per hour. He would get between 2 18-wheeler trucks and frightening me on purpose. He would just go,
Sociopath.
I mean, it was a lot of action.
What an awful human being. I'm sorry.
He's awful. I mean, he was a monster.
But you're free now, right?
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine you must go back there in your mind a little bit, especially since you have to talk about it all the time, and that's something you're going to have to do all the time when you're talking about your book, your movie, and you're out there motivating people.
Does it help you talk?
Does it help to talk about it?
Yeah, it helped to talk about it. I mean,
Yvonne,
I can talk about it now because without crying.
No, I got chills. I'm going to cry again. I read the story earlier.
I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't get words come out. I mean, I would cry. I mean, so now I can talk about it, and I want to help other people out there. I mean, it was really frightening. I remember one time I was late. Only one time in 4 years I was late, and he killed someone.
Oh.
Because I was late. I got in the car, and then he threw someone's fingers at me.
Someone's fingers at you?
10 fingers. There was blood, and the fingers he threw it at me. Said, "You're late. It's your fault. I killed someone tonight."
Oh my God! Only how long did he spend in jail?
Only 5 years.
And he hasn't come back, right? So isn't that a fear that you have, or I only know this from the shows I watch.
I don't know what happened to him.
Thank God he can't.
Yeah, we tried to research him and we can't even find him.
We believe that he's dead.
Thank
that's
God.
what we think.
Can't be too soon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Any parting words of wisdom for them? First of all, thank you for being brave enough to tell your story, not just on the show, but the fact that you're writing a book.
Yeah.
People need to hear it because I think people see stuff on the news and they're disconnected. They're desensitized. They're like, oh, that could never happen to somebody I know. Well, here you've got a face of it and a voice of it that it actually happened to. And you're going to be able to tell your story about why and how easy it really is. You talked about self-worth and self-esteem. And people, you really need to focus on that. I talk about it on Freedom Fridays. Your value, you have value, you're worthy. And if you don't believe it, the things that can happen to you if you don't. So any parting words of wisdom for them?
Say that again. Anything
you want to share with them before we move on to our next 4 gentlemen that are here?
Well, I'm lost.
We just want you to, is there anything you want to share with them? Tell them about when's the book release? Do we have a book release date?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Are you on speaking engagements? Can somebody have you come?
Know. Maybe I'll come back on the show with you. And
you have a website?
The book is ready, and I will let everyone know. And
because you're such an inspiration. I think I think it would be wonderful for people to engage you to speak.
Right.
Because your story is so inspirational, so unique. But you can't make that up. And then you put a real face and a voice with the insanity that we deal with in our world on a daily basis. And so I love that. Oh, look, this is what happens. Oh, I love you. There you go. Just for a moment, people. So I appreciate you. Love you to pieces. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. So give it up for Jenny. All right. So we stay live, right? This is the thing with Up Live. So we stay live.
You want to answer this?
No.
Okay.
I
figured.
I am so actually moved.
Well, thank you for inviting
I'm
me.
very moved.
Oh my God,
I
thank you for
appreciate
coming
that.
on. You're beautiful, and I love
thank
it.
you.
And we posted all of your information. Shirley says we need to have her back again. Justin says the same thing. Nicole, we've got lots of amazing people on here, and she'll reach out to you, and so will I. We appreciate you guys.
You got a lot of
so I've got
hearts,
Facebook Live here, and we've got Up Live going here.
Here,
We're
And
looking
here.
at
here and
different
here. And,
things.
oh my
Yeah.
word.
Look at different things.
So many cameras. It's like
Right.
you got a 17-year-old, I can't say. So it's like old school. All right, thank you so
Okay.
much. You have
All right.
water? Do you have something to drink? Are you good?
Yes.
We're gonna bring the guys.
And now we'll bring
around.
over Leon Zellers.
All right,
And
Leon.
DJ, Cameron.
Yeah.
You guys want? I don't know if you want to do it one person at a time.
And
or-
we can try to fit like
Two
this
people.
has a lot more camera room than that does.
Right.
We could go one by one.
Yeah. You want to do one by one? You want to do Leon?
I am easy.
All right.
I want Leon.
That's not
to-
what I heard. I heard you have to buy you a drink.
That's correct. I'm easy, not cheap.
Leon Zellers.
Leon. Oh, look, we got another car coming across, Leon.
That is Mike Martinez.
Hey, Mike.
He is a DJ. He also makes music. He's very good at it.
All right, so we can squeeze in. We've got you here. Let's see. There it is. Look at that hair. It's awesome. He has hair, guys.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so welcome. I got to hear you perform on my very first Up Live with It's Brett TV.
Yeah.
I think we woke you all up, which is fair because it was, I don't know, 2:00 in the afternoon. No judgment, my friend. No judgment at all. I wish I was sleeping.
Oh,
Um,
I sleep.
But you guys are
religiously.
probably out late, right? Don't you go
Usually-
the late?
We
thing?
usually okay.
Come
so
on in. Can you
We all
squeeze in?
film.
B-Day. There's
You might have to
Alright.
come over
I
here,
can come over there. Yeah.
or you might have to. You might have to stand
Yeah,
behind
stand
us or
behind
sit
us.
behind us.
yeah, you got plenty of room.
Watch my guitar. All right. So basically, what we do, we all make videos.
I love it.
live.
There you go. Just gonna
Um,
take over. Do you know why he's gonna take over? Because he's got you between all of them. They have more followings than you could even imagine. Their social media is insane. I looked it up. Ridiculous. And they are kind enough and gracious enough to be on our show today. So I'm very happy you're here.
Oh, Mike, you're the best.
Mike, Leon's
He
amazing.
said Leon's amazing.
All right, so I got to see you perform on Up Live, and all of my Facebook people also got to perform. You performed a song that we know, but you also performed an original song, which I love. So give us a little background on you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for putting on crazy Citrus Club clothes in order to be up here. Your jacket's awesome. You guys look great. All of you look great. So tell us a little bit about you.
All right. So, hi, I'm Leon Zellers. I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21 very soon, June 10th. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I've been doing music for a while. I also got bullied when I was younger, in high school.
Why is that? What was it about? Like, did you
Music.
have like it was because of your music?
Yeah, because I sang. Ever since I was in elementary school, kids picked on me just because of my voice and because I was skinny. So to the point where like it was bad. I've been thrown in like trash cans. I've put in lockers.
It's
just
more prevalent than
bad.
people. My son was a victim of bullying, and it
Yeah.
still impacts him, and he'll be 20 at the end of this month. And so I feel like we talk a lot about it, but we don't
Mhm.
deal with it as a society like we should.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you went through that.
Yeah, but on the bright side, I got out of that. I started playing guitar. My dad bought me a guitar when I was in 8th grade, and I just started playing guitar. I was writing poems at the time, so I turned my poems into songs, and I have probably close to like 1,000 poems altogether, and close to like I'd say 500 songs.
What's your motivation for the poems? What's behind it? Is it love? Is it loss? Is
It's
it a combination of everything?
It's something everybody can relate to. I have bullying. I have stuff for like world peace. I have stuff for like girls. Yeah, yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing?
A song I wrote called "Angel with No Halo," which you heard.
It was.
on,
It's absolutely beautiful.
We're gonna hear that today.
Live, yes.
Oh, we're gonna hear that today.
And I'm also
Very
gonna
nice.
dedicate a song to Jennylee
Oh.
because yeah, she's
Well, don't make
that
me
was
cry.
very. But her story was incredible.
I know.
Incredible, and I feel for it. So yeah, and I really want to read that book, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a group of gentlemen with you, including the gentleman with the other good hair behind us.
Good hair.
Everybody's got good hair because they're all younger.
Let's get everybody over here, guys.
Yeah, come on
over.
in
behind
the
us.
back. Come in the back.
Here, move this guitar.
I mean, you guys can stand. You can.
Let's get them all.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Get
Here.
them all back.
All right. So what we do, we are a group. We make viral videos. we just bought a chicken the other day.
Yeah, their chicken has
Chico.
more followers than I do. What does that tell you?
Yeah. Cam, tell him about the chicken.
Tell us. You can squeeze
got it,
in.
man.
We're all friends
That's all
here.
you.
He said I got it. All right, well, they bought a chicken, and in under like 12 hours, it has how many followers? 4,000?
Seriously, what are we doing wrong?
Almost 5,000 followers.
It's a chicken.
I need a
This
chicken.
is-
I
this
don't
is
have any feathers.
This is a chicken with like 5,000 followers and other 12.
But that's
12
because
hours.
of you all and your social media presence, right?
Yeah.
So you got. So is your chicken a baby chick that you got?
It's
I mean,
only
fast-
3 days old.
3 days old.
Oh, see, those are so cute. And then what's the ultimate plan to get it on a farm where it gets to live out its life forever? There are
No,
farms like that.
I want it
actually.
to live as a celebrity.
You want
Its whole life, yeah.
It's
And
a
what's
celebrity.
your chicken's name? Because you know I have to know.
Chico.
Yeah, of course.
Chico.
If you go on Instagram,
Follow it on
the
Instagram.
Instagram is Chico the Chick, CHICO the CHICK.
We are getting something. I don't know what we're getting.
The piglet.
A piglet.
Getting a piglet.
Gotta get a
A
piglet.
teacup piglet?
Yeah.
Oh, those
Ah,
are
that's
cute.
so
Those are
cool.
just got if you want.
Yes, those are so cute. I want one of those.
Such a club, I don't like it.
Oh, the club will get over it. Oh, look, you guys, we can see you all in this one. It's just this phone thing that's crazy.
I got you, everybody.
I think we're pretty much all in it.
And Jack
You are.
Hess is also an artist. He writes. He has his own music out. And
And how do you all know each other?
We
Like,
all
did
know
you-
each other through social media.
The internet.
Through the internet. So you didn't go to high school together. You didn't grow up together.
Nope.
And then you guys met through the internet. So how does that work for people who are, 28, 29 like me? How does that work when you are whatever? Well, how does that work when you're trying to connect with people? Like you're all here. You all are here because you're performing or you've performed. But how do you connect and then decide, all right, we're all going to be together on our journey?
Well, basically, I hung out with Jack a lot, and Jack brought me my man Cam. Cam, we took in, and
You'll see it happen.
Cam we took in, and now he's chilling with me, and he's a really dope guy. To be honest, he's
Well, the
funny
hair
as crap.
alone, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
he's very, very funny. He's also funny. He made a Tide video. He was like, yeah,
What'd you make?
tell him about the
I was
Tide
having to go to
video.
the hospital.
A Tide Pod video? Is that what you did?
No.
It was a liquid Tide.
Oh, liquid
Dumped a bottle
Tide.
of Tide on his head and it kind of got in his mouth.
Oh,
I drank so much I was
no.
gonna have to go to the
He
hospital.
was like,
It's bad.
oh, and jumped in
That
the
is so
pool.
bad.
Yeah.
Was your video viral though? Like,
It got-
like a
Got like 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Or something. It didn't get that many.
5,000 views?
It hasn't got that many yet, but it just got posted like a few days ago. So
So what advice do you have for people? Well, we'll talk about your age first. So your age group, what advice do you have? If you've got a talent, you've got a dream, you've got something you want to put out there, what's the best venue to do that on? Is it Instagram? Is it
Up
Face
live.
Live.
Up Live?
Go
Is
out.
it,
Go out in person and meet people. Also, Up Live is a great thing. But
how did you stumble onto Up Live?
I got contacted by Carlos Fergoso. He told me about Up Live, and he's also my talent manager on the app. And then I just introduced them to the app as well because their personalities are like hype, and they're very outgoing, and they know what they're doing, and they also can be very professional as well. The 17, 20, 17.
It's amazing, honestly. And you guys have, what's great, like at your age, I was definitely not that focused, but I feel like you've got an opportunity to be focused, and all of you obviously are. I'm actually not. It's tough at 31. I'm trying to figure out the age group I could get away with
it's
here.
what sets us aside from so many other people our age. And
I agree.
What makes us so unique and different is that we're not like them.
Yeah, we actually go out and do stuff.
We
We
go
don't
and do
just
a
sit.
lot.
We don't sit in our rooms and I mean, there's people who get famous by sitting in their room and talking to a camera, but we like to go out, travel, do our own thing, have
The
fun,
most
and
important
also go viral doing it. Like,
So you want to go viral.
so,
Right. So
yeah.
how does that work? How did you get to Orlando? Like, what was the whole thing catalyst to get you here?
Well, I was performing for Playlist live on the main stage. I just sang a song for them for Up Live because Up Live invited me. And, well, basically, we met a bunch of people around Playlist, and we got a lot of friends. And then after that, I just decided to hit up my man B-Dave and chill at his house for a little bit until I don't know until we get some.
So you're
house
local.
out here. Yeah.
You're local.
He's local.
You're
yes.
local. Okay. You're the only local one.
hmm
Okay.
I go to Full Sail University.
And then
Very cool. And how did Brett? Yeah. How
All
did you
right.
get hooked into that?
Let's talk about Brett
right
TV
there?
right now.
It's Brett TV.
He's awesome. First
You need to
of
have
all.
that thing. It's Brett TV. There's got
I
to be
want
something.
I want to hear his announcer voice quick. Let's hear that announcer
Oh
voice.
yeah.
real
You
quick.
can say it loud today because we're not shut down, so you're golden.
you're watching The Ted Show and Leon Zellers.
It's awesome. That's what he did the other day in the middle of like the dining room. So yeah, we might have gotten talked to a little bit.
You're live
Yeah.
on UpLive. with
So-
USA.com.
So I was on UpLive. I saw him trending. So I was like, sweet, I'm going to go in because he seems like a cool cat. So I went in and he told me about himself. He's very cool. He's a racer as well. And he's also an actor. We're in SMV Entertainment. And yeah, so I met him through UpLive. I sang him a song and he said, oh, that's so cool. I want to come meet you. So we met at Cocoa Beach. No, we met at
Lake
Lake
Eola.
Eola. Lake
Nice.
Eola with his dog.
What kind of pup do you
my
have? I
gosh.
forgot.
His dog
Saint Bernard.
is
Oh, you have a Saint
insanely
Bernard?
big.
Oh my God! I
He's
bet
only 175 pounds.
Yeah,
I bet he's a drooly good baby though.
yeah.
It's got to be a good guy. No, not so much. So but you performed here, and then what happens next? What goes?
What happens next?
You guys are leaving on
Brett.
it. No, actually, you were supposed to leave on the 18th, which is why we were trying to get you on the show. But you're maybe staying.
Yeah, I want to stay. I love Orlando a lot. Like, I don't want to go back to Pennsylvania.
Oh, is that where I was going to ask where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania. He's from D.C. Well, Virginia. He's
Close
from
enough.
Orlando, and he's from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas. I have children there.
So yeah,
Love Dallas.
it's been a crazy ride. I'll be completely honest.
And so what you get on, do you write songs all the time? And then what's your marketing? Because do you go on and go, all right, I've got a new song and I want to try it out for my audience. And how do you keep your audience engaged? Because like you were saying, what one of you was saying earlier, you've got it, you do it differently than your age group.
Yeah, you just have to have a positive attitude. You can't just go after your fans hey, drop gifts now. You have to be like, hey guys, if you want to drop some gifts, have some fun, talk to us, and get your fans engaged.
Drop
People-
gifts.
Yeah,
Gifts
Gifts.
are from UpLive,
Yes.
right?
You
So
can-
talk a little bit about that, because this audience gets it, but this audience on Facebook Live has absolutely no clue until I introduce 99% of them to it, and they still don't have a clue.
All right, Facebook. Let me tell you about UpLive.
Listen.
So, UpLive's a great app. You can meet a lot of friends on there. You can meet a lot of very, very nice people, and they have a bunch of influencers on there. The UpLive's not like any other app. Honestly, UpLive cares about its influencers. Other apps just care about the money. UpLive also, when you get gifts on there, it turns into cash, and you can cash it out also. And yeah, so the gifts on here. Okay, so let's talk about if somebody comes in and you see a car coming across the screen, or a Maserati, or a boat.
Lamborghini.
I saw those
Lamborghini.
I saw something come across.
Ding's on the app. She has a Lamborghini, and it's dope when it comes in. You see it, it's vroom. But some of the gifts on here are actually really dope. You can get a star shower, you can get a galaxy, you can get a UFO, and it comes up and it looks like a whole movie scene on the screen. If somebody dropped a gift right now, you'd see. But it's really cool. It's hard to explain until you see it. So-
I'm learning it, which is why we're kind of trying to introduce it to this crowd here.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that even though this phone message, which I'm going to move,
Pick
so
up some bread, Ted.
I've got 227. This is big for me because it's my second real presentation show. 227 people watching live on UpLive. I know that's not a lot for you guys, but I'm learning, and I'm also much older. So I'm trying to figure this whole thing out and maneuver through it and try to, because I feel like the engagement's so awesome. Like the fact that Brett was able to bring you on, and then he brought K-Boss and Sweets on later, either before or after. But the fact that I could listen to you sing was awesome. I mean, I know other platforms have it, but it's something that's normal here, that's encouraged here, and there's a lot of that where you want to bring a lot of people on. With Facebook Live, you can bring one person on at a time, unless you're in a different platform. If you try to bring a second person, they won't let you, so you only get one person. There were two of you on at one time or when you did the show last week, so I love that.
I think that was me, Brett, B-Dave, and Cam.
You just woke up, and then you had a whole bunch of people behind you who just woke up, but your hair looked perfect. Your hair was awesome. Thankfully, I don't have hair problems, but I know a lot of people do.
Huh?
All right, so do you want which phone's yours? This one?
Yeah. Thanks so much.
You
Appreciate it. Someone reach over you.
No, you're good. All right, so let's talk about your music.
All right.
What genre would you classify it as?
Oh, that's a hard question. I'd say pop, but like I write all genres. I know so many genres across the board.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite to listen to? Pop. Okay.
Pop.
Any-
I also like rap. Rap's cool, but
have you rapped? Are you a rapper too?
I can perform an original rap if you want me to.
I want you to perform. I love that song that you performed, your original song. And he brought music, guys. He brought his guitar, so everybody can listen to that. And that's something I definitely want people to focus on.
Yeah.
We're at a very tight time frame here at the Citrus Club. So we have 9 minutes before they start knocking on the door. So I want you to have time to perform at least one of your songs. And you get to pick and choose. You pick what you'd like, but please, I want people to hear your music. I think it's awesome.
All right, and also Jack has music as well. His EP came out. Where is he?
Congratulations, Jack.
Right there.
That's
There he is.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have to. I mean, we can perform music until they kick me out. So I say we push the button.
Let's go for it.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's start,
So-
and then let's see where we get.
I'm gonna
Do
start.
I need
off-
to move so that you have room?
Nope. I'm A-OK. So I'm gonna start off with a song I want to dedicate to Jennylee. It's called "You and I" by John Legend. It's not my original, but it's called "You and I" by John Legend, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yeah. She fixed her makeup just so. I bet you don't know that you're beautiful. Try on every trace that you own. You look fine in my eyes. I thought, if your mirror won't make it any clearer, I don't wanna let you know. Out of all of the girls, you're my one and only girl. Ain't nobody in the world tonight. All of the stars you make them shine like they were ours. Ain't nobody in the world but you and I. She stops the room when we walk in. Spotlight is on, everybody's staring. Tell all of these boys they're wasting their time. Stop standing in line. You're mine and it gets better. And this evening I won't let the feeling die. I never wanna leave you aside. Out of all of the girls, you're my one and only. Ain't nobody in the world tonight. All of the stars, you make them shine like they were ours. Ain't nobody in the world but you and I. Ain't nobody in the world tonight. You are perfect the way you are. There you go.
Oh my
This song is about
gosh.
being perfect just the way you are.
Beautiful.
And Jennylee, you are perfect just the way you are.
Oh, gosh.
No matter what people say. All right.
Unbelievable.
And then
Wow.
you said you wanted to hear a rap.
All right, we haven't heard a rap on this show, but if you would like to say a rap,
I will
sing a
do
rap,
my
that'd be
very first rap. Never performed it ever.
We have
So
4 Chico fan pages in my live right now.
Yes.
Our chicken.
Yes.
Oh, you're
Yes.
checking, of course.
all right.
Hold on 1 second. Just give me a second.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready. Then after that, I'll do Angel with No Halo for everybody.
Okay, go ahead.
They're painting pictures in the dead of the night. A misty essence is an expression of the struggle of life. Yeah. It was a full frame, but now it's broken apart as it covered all of the battle scars from the cause of their emotions given from his beating heart. He did speak, he tried, and all the memories that you left keep pounding you down with dead lost regret, while the venom that you spewed in the air melted through to his beating heart like them battle scars. Burrow deep like a knife, and the cuts in your teeth are broken boulders that bleed through the paper that you laid upon the bedroom floor, confused and alone like a stone as you walk away after all the pain of yesterday, from a love that you threw away to the last known lyric you remember that he gave you. And as you sit there crying over the memories that you keep in your locket, you don't throw them away. And now you're looking at me, what should I believe? What should I do? Help you? You never even tried to understand what I gave you. I tried to show you love, I tried to give you all of me, and now the battle scars you carried all coursing through my veins. It's a presence back and forth, another name, and they're screaming, oh, these are my battle scars. They pierced to the heart, you threw me away. And now I'm never gonna make the same mistake that I've made about you now. Whoa, about you now. I'm through with all the bull crap and all your lies again and again. Now it's the last time. Shots fired, I'm never gonna win, never again. This is how it ends, the battle scars. To top it off, you never see past the flaws. You always call me skinny and I'm bony, and you never let me cut my hair. Also, you hold me back from my dreams. I just wanna scream, I'm done. I'm through with all the broken feelings laying on the bedroom floor, torn apart from the past I'm never going back to. And now I'm free to be what I wanna be. And all these battle scars that you gave will you me. My battle scars, the angels will speak because I'm free. So I better, it's no more you with me. So I get my scars, I'm never going back to where you are. Better scars, no more better scars.
Man, that was so good.
Leon
Oh my
Zellers.
gosh, I didn't want to make eye contact. I thought I'd cry. I don't know. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was about a girl who literally, like, I let her control my life, which I shouldn't have let that happen. But
How does
Yeah.
that happen at 20?
no, that
Or
wasn't at 20. It
19,
was
or-
actually when I was 16.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Girls have all the power. That's the problem.
yeah.
No
I really
offense.
like that.
It just happens.
Yeah,
It's
and
true.
then
They
this-
still do at
yeah.
35. I'm trying to get closer to my age.
And then this very last song is about, well, when my sister was 18, she had a baby, and she had a boyfriend that was very abusive, and I thought that she was the angel with no halo because she always kept a positive attitude everywhere she went, but I knew deep down inside she was in anguish, and she wanted to get out of that relationship, but she couldn't. So here we go. Da, 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 da.
She wakes up every morning thinking about today, walking into a dreary shadow, anticipating every move she makes. She's an angel with no halo. She's an angel with no wings. She's an angel that soars high above every God-given thing. She wakes up every night to the baby's cry. It's not really like she even has to try. She's a single girl of only 18. She's an angel with no halo. She's an angel with no wings. She's an angel that soars high above every God-given thing. You may think I'm just a child. Oh, indeed, you may think I'm just a kid. And you may think I'm pretty wild. But the thing is, that I'm an angel with no halo. I'm an angel with no wings. I'm an angel that soars high above every God-given thing. 'Cause I'm a guardian. Oh, I'm a guardian. Oh, I'm a guardian angel. Ooh, ooh,
Unbelievable. Oh my God.
Thank
It
you.
was so amazing. Amazing.
All right.
What do we need?
So I can wrap it up with you.
Oh, please. Yes.
Yes.
I know. Did they already come in and give us a hard time?
No, any second now.
And he said,
So
Here goes
let's
my
go ahead and
man.
do
It's
that.
Brett TV.
it's Brett TV. Come on, Brett TV.
It's Brett TV.
Good job, bro.
Leon, that was
That was
absolutely
smoking hot.
amazing. I wish I could have everybody perform.
Well, I'm telling you
I wish I
what,
could sing like that. So
Oh, there
that's
it is.
amazing. What a great show.
Oh my God, it's Brett Schulman, Brett TV.
Hey,
He's
thanks.
the reason we're here. That's the God's honest truth, honestly. It's
Yeah.
true. I appreciate
What?
you.
Hey,
Go
anything
fucking-
for you, Ted. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely amazing. First of all, it's great to have Jennylee come out here and tell us her story. It's amazing.
I know.
It's a tearjerker. It's the real deal.
I know.
But there's something beautiful behind it.
I agree.
You know, that's the whole motivation behind this.
I agree.
Is yes, there was a tragedy, but there's a beautiful flower that came from it.
Correct. I
Right?
agree.
Yeah, so that's why
Please
we're
wrap
here,
it
and
up.
I'm so glad that you
I'm
had.
emotionally involved.
Yeah, I was emotional. I was over there crying. You should have seen me. They're like, "Damn, what's up?"
I had to scratch my. There it is. There's the voice.
Anyway, well, we appreciate everything. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you, Ted. Thank you for having
Thank
Jenny Lee
you.
on here. Thank you for having Leon and B. Dave and Cameron and Jack.
Thank you
Thank you for having everybody on here. I want to give a little shout out real quick right before
Appreciate
we end
you
this
guys.
progress. We are this weekend, May 20th. Actually, it's the 17th to the 20th in Cocoa Beach. It's Thunder on Cocoa Beach with the
There's that voice.
AMH Construction Instigator Offshore Race Team. We are the world champions, and we're out there for our first race of the season right on Cocoa Beach, 10:30 in the morning. Everybody come out there and see Aaron Hope and Anthony Smith put the smack down on everybody. And you know what? Win that race again at the Superboat International Offshore Races right there in Cocoa Beach. I'm Brett Schulman from It's Brett TV. Thanks for watching, and keep watching It's Brett TV. You know, watch Jennylee at My Deaf Life. Watch my buddy B. Dave and my boy right here, Leon Zellers. He's blowing up, coming to a city near you.
Get up. Don't you feel like you're in New York, right now?
Yeah.
It's like a New York radio station. It's awesome. All right, we love you guys so much. Love all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Up Live, the TED Show, It's Brett TV. We had an awesome time. Don't you think? That was perfect.
It was amazing.
Absolutely perfect.
Amazing.
Love you guys. We have lots of phones to shut off and computers, so bear with us.
Cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere.
Millions of fans.
Love you guys. Wow.
See ya.
See ya.
That was awesome.
I don't even know how to turn this
Oh,
off.
yeah,
let's
that's
do it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
Okay.
That was awesome. I think I had 600
Yes, I'll hit it.
420. Is this one yours?
Yep, that's
428 viewer count.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
very nice.
600 before.